What happens when the one place you're supposed to feel safe, your own home, decides to turn against you? Well, we're going to break down a story that does just that. It uses one simple, impossible idea to create this feeling of just pure psychological dread. So let's dive in. Seriously, just picture this. You wake up, you stumble into the hallway to get some coffee, and there's a door that you know for a fact was not there when you went to bed. What is the first thing that goes through your head? And that's exactly where this story gets you. It doesn't start in some haunted mansion or a creepy old forest. Nope, it starts right at home, the one place you should have figured out. By grounding the impossible in the totally mundane, it makes it so much more terrifying. And this door, it's all wrong. See, it isn't some creaky, spooky thing. It's perfect, like it was always meant to be there, which is somehow way creepier. The doorknob is freezing cold to the touch, like a physical stay-away sign. And when they open it, it's not just dark inside, it's a void. An emptiness so complete, it feels like it's looking right back at you. So of course, the first thought is, this is a prank, right? It has to be some elaborate, crazy joke. But that little shred of comfort, that rational explanation, it just starts to fall apart. Because this thing, it starts to interact. The horror here just builds and builds, piece by piece. On the second day, the door, which they locked, is now ajar. That's a violation. Then, day 3, you get sound. This faint, slow, patient breathing from the other side. And by day 4, you see intent, scratches. This thing isn't just there anymore, it's active. But hang on, just think about that. The scratches are on the inside of the doorframe. The entire fear up to this point was about what might get in. This one detail flips the whole thing on its head. It's not about an invasion. This is a prison. Something is trapped in that void, and it desperately wants out. So just as our narrator is trying to wrap their head around this new, awful reality, the thing on the other side finally communicates. A little piece of paper just slides out from underneath the door. And what's on it is about to turn this whole mystery completely inside out. The message itself is, wow. It's this desperate warning from whatever is trapped in there. But that's not the part that breaks the narrator's brain. No, the real horror is that the note, it's in their own handwriting. And boom, now we are deep in what's called the doppelganger paradox. This is such a powerful type of horror because it's not about a monster hiding in the closet. The monster is you. It takes your own identity and turns it into a weapon, forcing you to ask, okay, which one of us is real? So now you've got 2 of them. There's the narrator we've been with this whole time, walking around the house totally terrified. And then there's the other one, trapped in that silent void, just as desperate. One is reading the note, the other one wrote it. They're a perfect, horrifying mirror image of each other. So, you see, the note wasn't an answer at all. It was a bomb, and it just exploded the entire mystery into 2 brand new questions that are honestly way scarier than the first one. First off, who did this? This door, this trap, it didn't just happen. Some entity built it. It intentionally set this whole thing up to pit oneself against the other. We have no idea who or why, and that powerful, unknown force is a whole other layer of terror. And then there's the second question, the one that really gets under your skin. If the person in the void, the one who wrote that note, is the real one, then who is this person we've been following? The one who's been walking around, making coffee, reading the note. Are they an imposter? A copy? And the scariest part? Do they even know? Now, you'd think that would be it, right? The ultimate horror, finding out you might not be you. But this story has one last punch to throw. The real nightmare, believe it or not, is just getting started. So after a night spent in a total existential crisis, our narrator wakes up and sees something new. A second door, right next to the first one. It looks exactly the same. It just appeared overnight. The nightmare didn't end. It just doubled. And that's the final question the story leaves you with, just hanging there in the air. Is the narrator we've been following, the one who might be an imposter, now about to be trapped themselves? Is this whole thing a cycle, a repeating, horrifying pattern of replacement and imprisonment? We never find out. The story just lets you sit there and imagine the absolute worst.